Hi folks, so welcome to the April 2017 Loot Crate unboxing. Loot Crate, I have a love-hate relationship with this company. Not as much as NerdBlock. But, Loot Crate, some months they're really on, and some months they're like, who the fuck was drinking when they were assigning the product for this box? And I say that because Loot Crate was the first of the kind of geek-centric boxes that I subscribed to. In other words, if Loot Crate had handed in a bad box back in 2014, I would not have subscribed to NerdBlock. And if I didn't subscribe to NerdBlock, this whole thing would not be happening right now. So, like I said, it's kind of... It's a love-hate relationship, because I think when they're really on, the stuff they do is awesome. It's fun, it's original, it's unique, but when they're not, I'm just kind of looking at it, and it's like, really? So let's go ahead and see, what we've got in here. I think this is going to be an off month. Let me just kind of grab and put the t-shirt aside for right now. And I'll just grab the first thing I see. I'll take it out of the box. So, we'll show the box off first. So, obviously, it is a Batman color changing mug, and it is licensed from DC. The one thing I'll say at least. All right, so it is a Loot Crate exclusive. So. That's always been one of my big gripes with these geek boxes. They just... Some of them, NerdBlock, kind of phone it in, and they just go, stuff that I can buy at a comic shop. Hold that thought. So I'm not speaking over the sound of crinkling stuff. Stuff that you can buy just like at any comic shop. What I really like and expect from these is unique stuff. In this case, I'm starting to get a collection of color-changing mugs. I guess if I subscribe to enough of these boxes, I'm going to see enough of them. But, in this case, obviously the idea is, I'll see if I can angle it just a little bit. You can kind of see, for once the monitor reflection is working for me, you can see where the impression would show up when I put hot fluids inside. And there is our bat signal right there. So, the color changing mug is kind of becoming the go-to, because I think I get at least one or two of these per year per box. Let me just stuff this back. Yeah, and again, it's not that I'm afraid this is becoming the new rut item, if that makes sense. When creative is trying to figure out what to put in a box, and somebody just says, "Hey, let's put in a color-changing mug." Great. So there's that. This was what I groaned about. It's like, God damn it. Another plastic figure, and Jessica Jones kicking a wall. I'm a bad nerd. I haven't watched Jessica Jones yet. I've heard about it, and just it's kind of on my to watch, but not high on my to watch list. But it's like, again, the plastic figure is a rut item. It kind of falls in the category of the Funko stuff. And, somebody asked me, so instead of going in and typing a video, I'll go ahead, I'll give the response here. Somebody made a response to a recent video, what's your problem with the Funkos? And speaking as a fat kid who grew up watching Sesame Street, I heard an article on the news several years ago where Cookie Monster had gotten a character retrofit. Where, when I was growing up, man, Cookie Monster was a big blue shaggy diabetes case waiting to happen. There would be a big giant pile of cookies, and he would dive the hell right into apparently, as fucking snowflake parents, saw Cookie Monster teaching their kids to eat. Wait, we can't have our children doing that. So, Children's Television Workshop retroed Cookie Monster. So, the idea is, the quote was, cookies are a sometime food. No, fuck that. Cookie Monster, cookies are an anytime food. Don't let them sell you that fucking stupid Kool-Aid. But I'm going to springboard off that notion to think about Funko stuff. The occasional Funko product, it's a great thing. It's kind of a fun thing to see in the box. But again, Funko is kind of becoming one of the go-to products, if that makes sense. So in other words, the plastic statues are a go-to product. The color-changing mugs are a go-to product. Now, T-shirts, we know we're going to get a T-shirt in the box every month. That is not a go-to. That is just part of the... that's just par for the course with these boxes. But, there are just certain things like every month. It's like, really? Another one? Did I need another one of these? And I think Funko in particular, here's the really big thing. A friend of mine... named Ellen made a comment on social media about 2 years ago. When I had really kind of started to get into these subscription boxes, and I had Funkos coming in almost every month. This is before my comic guy said that he wouldn't buy all of my excess stuff. And I'm just kind of stuck with them like plastic prom night children. But the idea she says Funko products in particular, the Funko Pop vinyls, they're kind of the new Beanie Babies, and that's exactly what they are. I'm eclipsing 45 here in several months, and I remember the dark days of the 90s. I remember the Beanie Baby craze. Everybody just shit themselves to collect these and get the variants and get everything else, and then suddenly one day, the floor fell out of the market, and they were everywhere. And the problem was, they inspired knockoff design. So, you get knockoff Beanie Babies, and that's exactly what we're seeing with these plastic figures. Again, an occasional Funko, an occasional pop vinyl, an occasional keychain, an occasional statue. Not a bad thing, but god damn it, I guess if we could kind of pull this out to the bigger picture, my concern with several of these companies is that they have a list of go-to items. Let's just put this in there. We haven't put one of these in a few months. And in the case of Nerd Block, kind of go-to franchises. Like I've said, a Nerd Block product is not a Nerd Block product, regrettably, without a Legend of Zelda item or a Doctor Who item. It just, god damn it, enough. I like Doctor Who, but fuck, if I wanted Doctor Who, I would subscribe to their Doctor Who box. So that's really kind of the issue here. It's not that I dislike the Funko vinyls. They're not really my thing. The whole big giant head, giant eyes. They kind of, God, I can't use the R word. They look like a special, super deformed character. If you're familiar with anime, they almost have the exact same proportions. Maybe just a little bigger on the head. It's like one occasionally isn't bad, and bonus points if it's a franchise that I actually like or a character that I actually like. But I see these plastic statues, more and more and more and more and more, and it's just like, damn it, what's the demand? I could probably go on eBay right now, and if I typed in QFig Jessica Jones, there's probably 100. Hang on a second, I've got my gaming laptop set up here. Let's do an experiment in real time. I can't screen share because I'm on different operating systems and machines, but ebay.com QFig. Hey, look at that. Harley Quinn, Deadpool, Hulk, Harley, Batman, Doctor Strange, Flash, Spider-Man. So let's... Jessica... My fat fingers can spell. There we go. Jessica Jones. Hey, look at this. 60 results for QFig Jessica Jones. So what I'm seeing here, oh, look at this one. This one even says Loot Crate. Loot Crate exclusive. 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 QFig Loot Crate Jessica Jones. Loot Crate exclusive QFig Marvel Jessica Jones figure. Marvel Jessica Jones figure. Loot Crate exclusive. There's no demand for this shit. $13.50, $13.99, $14.35, $9.99 with one bid, $8 with zero bids. And again, I don't buy these boxes to flip them, but I am concerned that these products are kind of getting into their checklist items and their checklist. Now, I will say this, making a Jessica Jones, that's a franchise you're probably not, at least for the time being, going to see heavily represented. But, again, goddamn, Nerd Block, I don't think that I can get a month of Nerd Block product where one of the boxes doesn't have Legend of Zelda or Doctor Who in it. So that is my issue right there. And that's kind of why I'm like grumbling with this Jessica Jones Q fig. It's like, really? God damn it. So anyway, ranty time over. I see two more things in here. Let's look at the pin. Oh, hey, three things. Surprise thing at the bottom of the, or maybe not. I don't know what the hell. Oh, it's a pencil sharpener. So both of these come together. All right. So okay. Here I've been bitching, I want to see original things, and I'm getting an original thing, but man, really? So it is the XFiles Pencil Set. 4 number 2 yellow pencils with, I assume, I didn't watch the show, I had a job back in the 90s delivering pizzas to put myself through college and graduate school when the show was on the air, so I never got to see it, but the truth is out there, yeah, we've heard that, I want to believe, I knew that one, trust no one. I guess that's why they put the I in FBI. Again, somebody who actually watched that can come in and, but really, I'm looking at this, and this is almost the box. I mean, we've got the pin, and the pin, the theme is investigate, and it is a micro cassette recorder, and the punchline is, I have to wonder how many young folks who got this pin actually know what the hell a micro cassette recorder was. Again, referring back to the 90s, I carried one with me as an undergraduate to tape lectures. But man, I haven't seen a micro cassette recorder in a decade at least. When I was doing my graduate work in Orlando a decade ago, I bought a digital recorder. So God, kind of a dated reference there, folks. But that's, with the exception of the magazine, that's it. So let's take a look at the T-shirt. So I saw the branding on the T-shirt. Stranger Things, God, really? I've never seen the show. I don't care to see the show. I don't want to see the show, but I am in fucking fatigue for this franchise already, and the second goddamn season isn't even out. It's just one of these things, man, being a queer male when it debuted, I had that fucking Barb character who I understand doesn't even live for like 2 episodes, filling up my wall, so that kind of already made me starting to dislike it. And then just like all the references and everything else, please fucking kill me. I'll wear it, I guess. Maybe kind of an ironic Halloween costume or something. But it's popular, I guess. But I've seen a couple things, and I'm really hoping that this doesn't become one of those new go-to franchises that all the geek-centric boxes seem to be gravitating towards. There's so much out there that you guys could be embellishing and hitting. Oh, God damn it. Please don't fall into this rut. Likewise with the stuff. So here's the thing. Nobody from Loot Crate is going to watch this. I know that. I link, and, like I said, Nerd Block has prevented me from posting my review videos to their webpage, which is kind of ironic because I think about 3 months ago they had this big hashtag campaign, unbox your box. And here I am, it's like, yeah, hey, here's my, you can't post this. I'm like, sorry kids, truth hurts. So I'm really hoping that this was an off box for Loot Crate. I think what I'm going to do is when the Geek Fuel subscription runs out in about 8 months, I realistically will probably sit back and take an assessment, because if Loot Crate just keeps handing in these cookie cutter boxes with, here's the list of things that we'll usually put in, here's the list of franchises, and we're kind of mixing and matching, I can't keep subsidizing that. I'm glad they stay in business because they're employing at least 2 of my friends out on the West Coast. But I just don't have much to. I don't want to contribute to that when I could be putting my money towards other boxes that I'm actually getting cool stuff from. So to kind of wrap up, we got the pin. Yeah, the pin was cool. But their pins always are. We have the XFiles pencil and pencil sharpener. We have the Q-Fig Jessica Jones exclusive, for which there are currently 60 on eBay, and there will probably be more as more people get these boxes and try to get rid of these goddamn figures. And then finally, the Batman color change mug. So there we go, folks. At this point in time, you know the drill. If you would like to watch these as they come out, please, by all means, hit the subscribe button. If you want to leave a comment, again, I respond to my comments. I went on like an 8-minute rant on Funko Pop vinyls because somebody made a comment. Since I am on this computer, let me see if I can see his, so we can give the shout out, because that's what the kids are all into. Jonathan, I'm going to bungle your last name, dude, and I humbly apologize because my eyes are crap. Jonathan Bernatchez. So, there we go. Jonathan left a comment, and, I got into a tangent on it. So, by all means, if you want to leave a positive one, I'll interact, and, who knows, maybe I'll even go on a rant based on one of your questions in a future video. If you want to be negative, well, you've seen me kind of treat harsh people harshly in my videos too. So there we go, folks. That is your April 2017 Loot Crate unboxing. I will see all of you for the next Geek Box that comes along, or the next Loot Crate, depending on what you're interested in watching. So until then, be good to each other, and stay safe out there, because Trump is fucking crazy.